Records show that the concept of slavery has been a part of society since 1760 BC. When we think of slavery, we think of the transatlantic slave trade. Approximately 12 million Africans being shipped to the New World, 645,000 slaves being taken to the United States. Cape Coast Castle, located in Ghana, was one of the largest slaveholding sites in the world during this era. Slaves were stored here before being cramped into returning merchant ships and deported to a life of captive labor. Ghanaians who resisted capture were kept without food and water in a dark room marked with a red cross and a skull. Their slow death by starvation served as a warning, preventing others from resisting enslavement. Despite some resistance, the slave trade continued, and by 1860 the number of slaves in the United States had grown to over 4 million. Not only did slavery tear the United States apart, but there was also a great struggle to end it. Abolitionists led the movement to end slavery in America. This image was used by the abolitionists to spread the word about the horrors of slavery. What many people don't realize is that slavery did not end in the 1800s. It is still happening today, as we speak. Slavery is defined as a form of forced labor in which people are considered to be the property of others. In today's society, the word slavery falls under a new name: trafficking. According to the United States State Department, an approximated 600,000 to 820,000 men, women, and children are trafficked and sold across international borders each year. Worldwide, human trafficking manifests in many forms. These forms include forced labor, sexual exploitation, and modern-day slavery. According to a recent State Department report, much remains to be done, particularly in identifying and addressing the root causes of trafficking, including policies and practices that contribute to the trafficking of vulnerable populations. From girls denied schooling or coerced into underage marriages. For example, Ghulam Haider had hoped to be a teacher, but was forced to quit school when she became engaged to Faiz Muhammad. To ethnic minorities without citizenship or birth registration. To migrant workers forced to work against their will by employers who abuse legal processes. The effectiveness of long-term prevention efforts will require us to look carefully at causal factors and commit to relevant reforms. In Ghana, Africa, fishermen search for impoverished parents who will sell their children. These parents are told that their children will be given jobs and an education. They believe they will create a better life for their sons and daughters. These parents are ignorant of the life-threatening conditions that their children will face. Most of these child slaves are taken to a fishing village on Lake Volta and forced to work starting as early as 3 o'clock in the morning until very late in the evening. These children work a 16-hour day in the heat, catching fish and diving in the world's largest man-made lake to untangle nets. While the slave children perform these tasks, the slave masters often beat them with the paddles from their boats. In exchange for this brutal work, performed under extremely cruel conditions, these children are rewarded with only one measly meal a day. There is hope. One organization trying to save these fishing children is the International Organization for Migration. IOM deals with migration problems all over the world, but with the help of the United States State Department in 2002, they started the Yeji Trafficked Children Project in Ghana. This is an ongoing project to save these child slaves from the Lake Volta region.
IOM's main principle in dealing with these fishing communities is friendship. When the counter-trafficking field manager, Eric Piazza, enters a new village, he befriends the leaders of the village and gains their trust through a ceremony that involves dancing, discussion, and the exchange of ideas. Through a painstaking process that can involve many visits over several years, IOM will work to have the fishing children released. The fishermen and the chiefs of the villages have to be convinced that they will continue to be able to have a fishing economy without relying on child labor. After Eric delivers his message, he opens it up to questions and comments. These include, how will I make a living? How will I fish? Shouldn't my younger children work so that my older children can go to school? Don't we need children to get the food so we can eat? And can we still use the children to fish on weekends if they go to school during the week? Eric explains that fishing is not appropriate work for children and that children belong in school. After the meeting, Eric will generally write a message on the wall. In this case, Mimi Arena, Miss Ghana 2009, writes the message, "Let the fishing children go." Miss Ghana is working in collaboration with IOM to help release child slaves. Together, they are slowly starting to make an impact. After they are freed, the children are taken to Accra, Ghana's capital, where they are enrolled in a rehabilitation center. The children are kept here for 3 months, and during that time are given education and counseling. Meanwhile, the IOM team works to find the families of the children and ensures that such homes are suitable for the children to return to. IOM and its NGO partners will maintain contact with the children and their families. During one such meeting, Eric asked the children what they needed. One child asked for a bike in order to attend school. IOM provided him with the bike he needed. This year, our class has taken on a new challenge. Our goal is to raise money to build a school for the village of Okapalama on Lake Volta. Their current school only goes up to 5th grade and is made up of sticks with grass for a roof. School is canceled frequently due to rain. The roof fails to keep out the elements. Students are forced to sit on benches and must write on their laps. In contrast, the school that we are striving to build will go through high school, be made of solid concrete blocks, and will also serve as a community center. We will arrange for the parents as well as the children to receive an education. Through this cooperative relationship, we will work with Okapalama to release all child slaves working in the village. IOM will oversee the construction, along with an on-site builder. This builder will also work to educate the community about the skewed morality of child trafficking. Yet this project can only be accomplished with help from the Metuchen community. Ms. Ghana will be working with our classes to raise money for the construction of the school in Okapalama. The Political Institute classes have already taken steps to reach their goal. Now it is time for you, the people, to get involved. By attending Breaking the Chain events, such as the Ghana Benefit Concert, this dinner, and the 5K Walk for Ghana on May 8th, you are enabling us to reach our goal. With your continued help, we are breaking the chain of child trafficking.